All right, what are we doing here? What a beautiful day in May. My name is Sean Chowdhury, owner of the Hinsdale Wine Shop. Along with me are two of my very close friends, Troy Clements, president of Pure Wine Company, and Gillette, the owner of Waverly Vineyards out of New Zealand and Marlborough area. Troy, why don't you take it on from here?
Cool. Side yard, Sean. Here we go. Backyard series. Maybe we're the first of many, but I thought it'd be cool to get Gillette and Sean together. Importer, retailer. Gillette is the guest star on Lawrence Fishburne's Behind the Scenes on PBS. It's going to be airing for the next year around the world, and hopefully you'll get a chance to see that. And so we thought it'd be cool to give you a little bit of a guest pre-snap of what that's going to look like. And what was that like for you?
It was pretty cool. I mean, Lawrence Fishburne's team started calling people on in September of last year, interviewing, see who would be the right host for Behind the Scenes, and started calling around to see who would be the right guest for Behind the Scenes. And fortunately, we were chosen for that. It's a really great program on PBS.
Cool. Well, and we'll let you know in social media out of Hinsdale Wine Shop when that's going to air. So and we'll do some more marketing around that once it's available. So New Zealand, Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc, one of the most sought after wines in the world. You're obviously going to compete with some pretty big, brands that maybe are a little bit more mass produced. I mean, why New Zealand? How did you get in, and how did you decide to come in maybe a price point or two above, $1 or $2 above those other big brands?
So, Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc is a top 10 category in the United States. As you mentioned, it's a hot category. People love their Marlborough Sauvignon Blancs. There's nothing like it anywhere else in the world. And when Simon and I got together, this was a labor of love. This was something that he makes from one vineyard, essentially 4 different style Marlborough Sauvignon Blancs. And that's perfect because the world thinks that, many people think that Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc kind of tastes the same, but it doesn't have to, not if you do it right.
All right, so you got 4 different Sauvignon Blancs here, so let's taste through them.
Absolutely. Renga Renga is the first one that we're tasting, and Renga is more of an old school Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc. So this one has gooseberry, it has lots of nice fresh lime, a little quince flavor. So this one's going to be beautiful, nice and rounded, but a lot of complexity.
Kind of one of the first ones that you were kind of known for.
That's right.
Wow.
So
Right.
Are these all estate?
these are all estate produced. It's just funny, we have different soils, and because of the different soils, we've taken the time to make the wine that was meant to come from each different parts of the single vineyard.
These wines are also from the Awateri, which is, in my estimation as a buyer, the greatest provenance or space to find great New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. The Renga, you're right, it's real crisp, it's good. So now we've got Arona.
So Arona is more of a tropical style wine. It has really beautiful pineapple core, it has some nice orchard fruits. It's a little rounder, a little richer, and it just comes from a part of our vineyard that
Wow.
gives that depth.
Wow.
If you drink Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand and Marlborough and you think that they all taste alike, you'll love it when you get a chance to taste how different these are.
Wow. Absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
I want to call it aroma. Say aroma.
The loop comes from a part of our vineyard that interestingly has a little more of a perfumey character. This has got really beautiful spices. It's got really nice intense citrus flavors, that lime, that lemon, all these nice crisp aspects to it. So this is a very popular wine. It's got a nice firm backbone, well made.
Wow.
That loop, I've learned through Gillette, is this underwater aquifer that goes under the vineyard and makes a loop and then goes out into the ocean underneath the vineyard in the Awateri. Beautiful. That's
That's right.
really killer.
Three Brooms, the last of the 4 wines that we make. This one is a wine that really represents more than what Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc is best known for. It represents almost a wine that comes from the global great Sauvignon Blancs of the world. Sancerre, it has great depth, really strong character to it, but it's rich and complex and almost a little elusive when it comes to explaining all the characters that it has. but it goes beautifully with almost every food that you can put it with.
And there's a story on all of them, but it's like, you know, even the Three Brooms was a pub that Simon's grandfather had in London, and so it's so cool that we've got so many stories, and we'll get a chance to talk to you a little bit more of them in the Hinsdale Wine Shop, but we thought it would be worthwhile to bring them together, and perhaps you'll see some kind of opportunity to get some of these.
Yeah, so the price of this wine, the retail price is $13.99, $13.99, $13.99, $16.99 for a Sancerre-like quality. But we'll be doing a mixed case, so there'll be 3 bottles of each, and we'll do have a special thanks to Gillette and Troy. We'll be doing a special case price of the mixed case for $149.99. We'll be a little bit Hinsdale Wine Shop shortly, so look out, guys.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers,
Thanks for the
everybody.
time.
Thank you.